100 years I could give to you. I'm afraid.
Of course you are afraid, but you will make it through. For this is why you called me. Come on.
A Monster Calls is directed by J.A. Boyana and stars Felicity Jones, Liam Neeson, and Sigourney Weaver, and tells the story of a little boy who is bullied at school and his mom is very ill. And it may sound like your average coming-of-age drama, but he calls a monster. It may sound cheesy, but A Monster Calls is one of the most visually stunning movies in a while. If you like movies like The Neon Demon and Don't Breathe and 31, the movies that are just great to look at, you will love A Monster Calls. Because the computer effects and just the animation in this movie is heart-stopping. Liam Neeson as the monster is amazing. He is a great voice actor and he really brings the character to life. I really don't want to give virtually anything away, but the performances in this movie from the younger boy who is the main character in this movie, Felicity Jones, Sigourney Weaver, and as I said, Liam Neeson, are all great. And there are even teachers and school bullies and just people on the streets that are just there to make an impact. They're not just there for their paycheck, they're there to make the movie a better movie than it already is. There are scenes that are cliche. This movie is a bit cliche, you know. Beginning, middle, and end, it really follows that same path that like Dazed and Confused has made and walked down. It is really taking the path that many movies like this have already taken. And it is pretty predictable. It tries to have a bit of a complex plot that is a thinker, but it really does fail at that because it has no idea what the ending wants to be. But once they kind of string it all together, and the entire point of this monster being called is very, very sad. The entire like last half an hour, third act of this movie is really just sadness. And then like the last 10 minutes of this movie are just narratively just strong. It is so beautiful. It is beautifully written, beautifully shot, beautifully acted, and the way that they kind of construct this ending makes one of the saddest movies I've seen in a really long time just kind of perk up a little bit. It makes it a bit happier. I can't say more about this movie because there is a ton to spoil. A Monster Calls may fall very short from coming-of-age greatness, but it is still a fun and very moving movie that you can watch on a weekend, featuring impressive performances and voice actors with just groundbreaking special effects of this dream, this recurring dream, Liam Neeson's monster, and then the ending just rounds it all up and ties it with a nice little bow. A Monster Calls isn't anything new. It doesn't bring that much new to the table, but what it is a fun movie that really is beautiful. It really looks great. The color scheme is some of the best I've seen since The Neon Demon, and I just am very, very impressed with how this movie turned out. It's not as great as I wanted it to be. I really wanted it to be more original, and I wanted it to be more out of the box, and it truly tries that. It brings some new things to the table that don't really make sense, but they're really still trying, and there's this whole mythology of this monster and who brought it and who called it is really, really great.